For most of us, me included, the winter months can be hard to get through. The days are dark, they are cold, and a lot of people suffer from the winter blues. So Brian is back now with some design tips to help brighten these days and hopefully your mood. Brian, this is exactly what we need. So I'm all about trying to beat the blues. And one thing you like to do is to create a really comfy reading nook. I love that. What tips do you have for us in that regard?
Well, the first thing is, if you can, I like to have it near a window, because even in the wintertime when it's cold and snowy, on a sunny day, the sun shining in the window is so important. So I'm always sitting by a window. But you want to have something cozy, maybe pops of color, because it's so gray outside. It's so bleak. So bring in some color with pillows and things like that. And of course, a throw. You really want a big, comfy throw to wrap yourself in. Also, as it gets darker earlier, we want a great lamp. So you want a good floor lamp or a table lamp in your reading nook so it's nice and bright, but you want to create that coziness with the pillows and the throws.
You know what I like to do? I like to go home and sit right in front of the fireplace, like I'm almost in the fire, and it's like, it's warm and it feels good, and I've got my book and I can stay there forever. I love it. There are a lot of people who also read in bed, though. So let's talk a little bit about making your bed a bit of an oasis.
You know, it's funny you say that, because I love to spend my weekend in bed. Literally, I will spend the entire day in bed. I will go from my bed to the kitchen to eat and back to the bed. You know me, I love to sleep. So when I'm up, I like to still be in bed. So I am in bed. That is the best place for me. So you can either stick with the really cozy flannel bedding that is perfect for winter, or if you need that lift, look at color, look at flowers and pretty, and remind you that spring is on its way. It is actually going to come. So you can use a pattern like this that also is fresh and bright, and we are getting close. Also, I love candles. So keep candles by the bed. I love candles everywhere. Dining, the reading nook, the bedroom. This has a eucalyptus fragrance. Beautiful fragrance. And also think about the art. If you have a space that's dark, maybe it needs some art that's a little fresher and brighter, because we spend a lot of our time outside in the summer, so we're not paying that much attention to it. But in the winter, we're noticing it more, the art, because we're entertaining in the house. We're in the house more often. So maybe if you have a space that's a little darker, go a little fresher and brighter with the artwork.
Ooh, I love that. Spring is coming, everyone. Brian said so. So we love the texture, we love the smell, I love the warmth of a candle, and I love your next tip, and it's about organizing. So here's a question for you, my friend. Do you function better in an organized space, Brian?
I think psychologically it's much better to be in an organized space, especially I find a desk. I find my desk has to be neat and clean in the office. I drive everybody crazy. I want everyone's desk neat. I find clutter makes you anxious. You don't know where it is, where to go. People say, I know where everything is. You can't know where everything is when there's stacks everywhere. So organize, 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 edit, edit, edit. You're trapped at home. This is the time to try on all those clothes, go through old magazines, throw things away, give things away. So look at getting some of these boxes. These felt boxes we have here are great for magazines, toys for the kids, crafts that you have. Keep everything organized. And I think you're going to feel much better in your house. I look at those home shows all the time at the befores, and I see stuff all over the place, on the floor, all over. I'm like, how do people function in spaces like that? I need neat.
It's one thing I've taken away from this pandemic. Like I need stuff gone. Too much stuff in the house. Like I just need it gone. So I love this idea of donating. So many of us also, Brian, working from home these days. So what do you have in terms of home office decor?
Well, I think it's important to have a plant. I have lots of plants. You can see I have trees in the house. I like plants. So I think one of the things is the desk should be nice and clean and neat. You should have a plant nearby. Hopefully your desk is near a window. I like to have I don't like to work at a desk facing a wall. Move the desk to a window. You can move your desk this time of year because often people have, sliding doors or doors to go out to the garden, well, move the desk to those windows because you're not going out there as much. Also, one of these lights on your desk, this is called a sad lamp. I find it a happy lamp. It's for seasonal affective disorders, and it duplicates sunshine. And you can get all of this at Hudson's Bay. This is all Gluckstein Home from Hudson's Bay.
Well, I love that, and I love that your next tip, which is about planning a home project. So this is kind of nice because maybe it'll keep you a bit motivated and give you something to do to beat that winter dreariness.
Yes, a little optimism goes a long way. So let's fantasize about spring and summer and fall and all the projects we want to do, whether they're small, like just fixing something up, or doing a little work in the garden, or ordering patio furniture for the garden, or large scale like a renovation. There's some optimism about planning a project and getting excited about it and doing your pinning and your researching and storing all that information. So there's an enthusiasm, I think, to planning a project. I guess there's some excitement, especially if it's a summer project outside, because it's coming, it's on the way. So going through all those books on gardens and garden furniture and things like that, I think that's a great way to spend those cold winter weekends.
Well, listen, put whatever you have into your house. Rates are going up. You're about to be a billionaire. Talk to me about color. Is there a color that makes you super happy, Brian?
Well, I like fresh colors. Like there's a silver gray, which is like a blue, like a fresh blue. There's Sunshine Pale Moon, which is a very soft, creamy yellow. It's almost like a vanilla, and it reflects a lot of light. It's a very fresh color, a nice alternative to white. And then you could use Hint of Violet if you like a little color. Again, fresh colors. I'm going more, it's funny we're talking about this because I'm looking at my house and saying I think I'm gonna be painting up some rooms and making them a little fresher, a little brighter.
Well, your house is like timelessly gorgeous, but a coat of paint can make a world of difference. So thank you so much, Brian. You've got great ideas always. If you've got your eye on any of the items Brian just showed us to help brighten your winter days, we're about to make it even easier for you. That's right. You can now shop the show. Just scan this QR code and you'll be able to find out where to buy the items you just saw and even make your purchases right away if you want to, which is very cool.